Hello everyone, thank you for watching this video. We're going to demonstrate in this video Green Filing's capabilities to allow for bulk or batch electronic filing. We do allow batch or bulk filing in a few different ways. First option is to upload compressed files via SFTP. A second option is actually to use our user interface and upload your zipped files in that manner. Or you can utilize an API that we expose and deliver your data and documents via those API calls. All three options allow the ability to just stage the filings in our application so that staff could come and then review and submit them by hand. Or you can have them automatically submit to the court once you've delivered them via one of the methods above. In terms of file format options, the documents themselves that you intend to file all need to be in a PDF format. There are some exceptions to that. Certain document types might require a Word document or even sometimes an RTF document. But 99% of the time, your documents will be in a portable document format or PDF. Then we allow a number of options in terms of providing the data to us that go along with your documents. We do prefer XML, and we choose to utilize the OASIS Legal XML ECF 4.01 standard. That's the electronic court filing national standard that's been developed for courts around the country. However, we do know that our customers often have other needs. Maybe it's more difficult for them to generate XML versus other types of documents. So we can work with all kinds of different delimited file formats, comma delimited, tab delimited, pipe delimited. So we can work in different ways, and we can actually work with other XML formats as well. Just wanted to show you the options that are available here. Typically, if you're using the API method, the XML format is what's being used. If you're using an SFTP or the file upload, then we can utilize any of the document data formats. All right, before I go on here, let me just jump out of this PowerPoint and just kind of demonstrate to you the formats that we'd be looking for. So if I'm going to be submitting a batch of filings, what you're going to do is put those together in a folder and zip that folder up and deliver it to us. That would be true if you're using the SFTP mode, the file upload mode, or even the API mode. Each zip file will contain the data that you want us to utilize along with the documents. So I just wanted to show you an example here. So I have some batch files here. I've already zipped up my batches, but then I have an example here of a batch using XML data. It's got 18 filings in it. This customer we're working with, they choose to then put each filing in its own individual envelope. So each of these are a new filing submission. These happen to be new case submissions. If I open this first folder here, you'll see I have an XML document, which will contain the data, and then a complaint and a summons. So this XML document contains all the data that we need in order to create your case. And then obviously we have the documents that go along with that data. So that's the XML format. There's another format that you could choose to utilize, and I have a sample of that here called CSV, and I have 5 filings here. So this is a comma-separated value document. If I open this up, in this example, we have 5 filings, and we have a CSV document here. So we have all the data in the actual CSV file, and then all the documents that go along with that data. So for each row of data in the CSV file, that will relate to one of these documents, and we match them up to the correct filing. So they've labeled their documents here, with their primary defendant's name, and these are new complaint or debt collection cases. So I just kind of wanted to show you what those file formats can look like. Going back to my PowerPoint here, I want to demonstrate to you how this can be done and actually kind of show you how this looks in the application itself. So the first thing I want to do is demonstrate to you in full how this works if you're using SFTP. The nice thing about this, it is the most common integration method we have, or bulk filing method that's being used. There's no limit to the file sizes when you're using SFTP. No limit to the number of filings you can put in a single zipped file. You can upload as many zip files in a day as you'd like. And then our system will watch the directory that you upload to and process the filings every 1 minute. So again, I'm going to jump out of this PowerPoint here, and I'm going to open up FileZilla. This is my FTP program. And you'll notice on the left-hand side here, I see those same batches that I had created earlier. And then on the right-hand side, I've connected via SFTP to Green Filing servers. We have two different options here. You can FTP up to our server and stage your filings as drafts. This gives you the ability to then log into the system and view those filings, make sure everything looks correct, and then just submit them to the court. The second option is you can, well, let me back up. When you do that, you're just going to upload to this to-GF or to-green filing folder. The second option is to actually upload your documents and then have green filing auto submit them. So we're upload the zip file. We're not going to save them as drafts in the system. We're simply going to create the filings and auto submit them to the court. When we're using SFTP for that option, we would just upload to this GF auto folder. So basically by putting in that folder, we're saying, go ahead and automatically submit these to the court. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go upload two different batches. I'm going to upload my 5 filings in CSV format to the GF folder so that we can stage these in green filing. So I'm just going to select this file and hit upload. We'll see that file will upload. It's now over here on Green Filing server. Now I'm also going to go ahead and upload this document with 18 filings to my GF auto folder. So I'm going to go ahead and select that GF auto folder. And now these 18 filings, after I upload and process them, they will automatically submit to the court. And we'll see what those look like in the application. Okay, so now that I've got those 2 batches of filings uploaded, I'm actually going to go now and check my email. What we do is each time a batch is uploaded, we will generate an email to you giving you the status of that batch. So it'll say it was successful or not, and it'll actually give you a link to view those particular filings within the application if you want to confirm everything has processed okay. So these do run about every 1 minute, so we haven't seen that show up. Oh, there we go. Here's our first batch. So we get the confirmation email, batch upload number 10491, and this just an incremented number on our side has been received. So we're going to go ahead and open this email. And notice in this email, this was the batch I uploaded to be staged in the system. It's just 5 new cases. So we show you, we have a number of filings, 5, and we actually list the cases here that were filed. So if I go ahead and click on View Filings, this is going to open up our application, and it's going to show you those 5 filings are now staged in the system and ready to submit. So at this point, this is a way that you can kind of audit the process, make sure that everything looks good when it gets uploaded into the system. So now your staff can come in here, just click on the filing ID to open it, review the filing. We see, okay, this is a debt collection case. We have our complaint and our summons. We have all the parties entered, the claim amount. When you do stage them, you do have to then select the payment option. So we'll go ahead and select that payment option. And then we have some metadata about the documents as well. Verify all is good, sign and file. Oops, and it says please fix error. It does look like we had some misformatted data in that in our files that we uploaded, but we'll just go ahead and fix these. These should be 2-letter states. I probably just made that mistake when I was formatting those documents for upload. I put Utah instead of just UT. So now we'll go ahead and sign and file. So now at this point, we've automatically submitted those filings to the court. So now our status is pending. Now I want to go back to my email. And notice I've received a second email. That's this email. So that's the second batch that I'd uploaded to that automated folder. So it says batch upload 10492 received. And I see I had 18 filings in that batch, It gives me a list of all those filings for my reference. And then I can click this link to view filings. Now notice in this instance, we have 18 filings here, filings 1 through 18, and all 18 of them are now pending. That means the court has already received these filings and they're pending with the court. The reason they're highlighted in red, that just means it's a brand new filing. In a few moments, that highlighting goes away. But you can see that the filings were submitted in the system, they processed, they're now pending with the court. So it's pending the clerk's review. So you can see how fast that process can truly be. So going back to my PowerPoint here, I want to show you now we actually have another option, which is to use the user interface and to upload your zipped files. This is also a very common option used. It may have some file size limitations based on your internet speeds. You may not want to be uploading extremely large file sizes. You could have session timeout issues, things like that. So you may run into some file size limitations here. There's no limit to the frequency of uploads. And again, each time you upload, your filings are processed every 1 minute. Now, the way this works is exactly like the SFTP. When you upload your file, we're putting it in that same directory, and then that will automatically process. So just to give you an idea, I'm going to jump out of this PowerPoint again, and I'm actually going to go to my web browser and pull up what the page looks like for the batch upload. Very simple, and actually this is our updated interface that's coming out soon as well. But you get the idea. It's basically you go to the batch file upload page, you browse out to your computer, you select your zip file that you want to batch upload your zip file, and then you'll get a screen with a success message, and that same email notification will be generated to you as well. Click this link to go back and upload your next file if you'd like. So that's option 2. Option 3 is to use our API. Now this is more difficult to demonstrate, so we won't go through that demonstration, but it essentially works exactly the same. We have the capability to allow you to develop within your own applications, whether it's your case management system, your document management system, the ability to prepare your case and documents, and then literally hit a button in your system that would then make API calls to us and submit your data and documents. Those would be imported into our system, formatted in a way that the court likes to see them, and then delivered just like we saw on those bulk, on those file uploads we just got done doing. There's no limit to the frequency of submissions. Everything's processed instantly. You don't have to wait for a minute. And we also allow via the APIs for queries regarding filing status. So the API, anytime you submit a new filing, will provide you a filing ID, and then you can do subsequent queries against that filing ID in order to get the current status. The other thing I want to mention regarding all the bulk filing or integrated filing options is each option does provide for email confirmations, both with batch upload, success or error, and also with the successful submission of each filing. So for each filing submitted, you will get accepted emails. You can route those to whatever email inbox you like. Those accepted emails will also contain things like confirmation of filing fees and give you copies of the file stamped documents. There's extensive reporting features you can utilize within the green filing application. So after you do your bulk uploads, you can always go into green filing and generate reports based on batch number, based on case types, things like that. And then we kind of demonstrated, but you also have that audit function where you can stage filings. There's also a method where you can say, I want a certain number of filings per batch staged so that I can log in and audit them, make sure that things seem to be functioning properly, data is being mapped properly, things like that. So you could set that as a percentage of your total filings automatically go into a staged or an audit feature, and then you can have staff log in, review those filings, and submit them manually. So that concludes this video regarding demonstration of bulk filing capabilities of green filing. If you have any questions at all or have an interest in becoming a bulk filer, feel free to contact me. My name is George Connect, and you can reach me at george@greenfiling.com or give us a call, 801-448-7268.